In this video, we're going to be going over the expectations for the class and then also going over all of the things that to look over within Canvas and within the course, making sure that everybody is clear as far as what the expectations are and what it is that you need to do over the period of the course. Whenever you log into Canvas, you're going to get this screen here where it has some of the background and things like this as far as the class is concerned. It has a click to the announcements. And you'll also see 3 of the most recent announcements here up at the top. You can also go to the announcements at any one point in time, open them up, and see what the various announcements are. Now, obviously, you've gotten into the course, you've logged in, and you're here at the Start Here. In the Start Here section, it goes over what the computer specifications are to make sure that you can work effectively as far as the class is concerned. It has the getting started as far as what it is that we're doing now. It has a video as far as connecting to Day One Access, making sure you understand how and can get to the textbook for the class. There's a video as far as how to submit assignments to Canvas and then also how to participate in the various discussions. So make sure you go through each of those videos to see some of the things that are going to be necessary in doing the class effectively. Here in the instructor information has some background about yours truly. Some of my experience and some of the things that I've gotten into, some of my background, has my contact information. Please feel free to contact me anytime via email or my cell phone. This is my cell phone that's actually there. In the syllabus, you can pull up the syllabus at any one point in time to see what the expectations are. My suggestion to you is you go ahead and do that now and read over the syllabus to see what it is that you're going to be doing, how we're going to be going about it, what it is that needs to be turned in, that sort of thing. To give you some background and some information on this, you have my contact information, the course information, in other words, it's online. And here is the text that's actually being used. Again, it's online. You can get to it at any one point in time that you want. You have the description as far as the class is concerned and the objectives that we have as far as what it is that you're expected to learn over this. Information as far as the Day One program. So in other words, you can get to the textbook anytime. Course requirements. Basically, a week goes from Monday to Sunday, and you'll be doing things within that. Each week, there's going to be a quiz that goes along with the various chapters. Now, on the quizzes, you can do them anytime you want between early Monday morning and midnight Thursday. You can do the quiz anytime you want between there. The thing is, once you start, you have 10 minutes to get it finished. If you don't get finished within 10 minutes, it shuts down and submits whatever it is that you've already done. The reason for this is because everybody likes to do work at different times, and this gives you the freedom and flexibility to read over the chapter, to get familiar with it, and then do the quiz at your pace. You'll have weekly exercises. In other words, there's a series of exercises where you may be doing some problems, calculations, things like that to go along with the class. Then there's a series of discussion forums. In other words, I believe that there's a lot of wisdom in the room, so to speak. And by sharing that wisdom and the experience that we all have, all of us gain more and learn more from it. So that's the purpose of the discussions. With the discussions, the minimum is your initial post by Thursday. In other words, there's going to be a question that's posed, and you answer that question or you provide the information that's necessary for your initial post in that. And then 3 significant responses to others' posts by Sunday. Now that's the minimum, which is basically a C. Anytime you just hit the minimum, you're going to get the number of points that relate to a C. The key is to get involved earlier, stay involved, challenge people, bring in new information. That helps everybody, all of us, learn. And so by participating more, you actually improve your grades. There's going to be 4 exams. Okay, the exams are online in Canvas. You can see that each is worth 60 points. And for all of my exams, I also include plenty of extra credit. So you might see that when you're taking it, it looks like there's 70 points. It's actually worth 60 with another 10 points of extra credit. Another key requirement that you'll do is what's called a reflection paper. Each week, there's a series of sheets, Excel sheets that you want to fill out. You don't have to submit them at that point in time. The thing is, you want to fill out those sheets. The purpose for that is to learn more about how to apply the information from the chapter. After the test, you will have a reflection paper that is due. The reflection paper should be 2 to 3 pages where you step back and say, here are the key things that I learned over these past chapters and how I will use them, and include the sheets for those chapters. We'll show you more about that in just a bit. Everything is due by the assigned date. I don't accept late work unless there's extenuating circumstances. If the system goes down or something happens, you will not be held accountable for late work at that point in time. And particularly when it comes to the discussion boards, everybody has the opportunity, the right and responsibility to share their opinions. And we must accept the opinions of other people. We don't have to agree. The thing is, everybody has the freedom to share those opinions. I want to make this as safe as possible so that people can share what it is that they think about the various concepts. I will get back to you within 48 hours. Normally, I do everything I can to get back to you within 24. But the thing is, we'll get back to you within 48 hours at the maximum. Attendance is required. In other words, you need to participate throughout the week on this. Again, I don't accept late work. You can see the grading scale and how things are done. There's going to be 9 discussions at 10 points each, 4 tests at 60 points each, 13 quizzes, 1 for each chapter, 13 chapter exercises, and then 4 reflection papers. And so you can see how the grades are actually assessed by the number of points. The rest of the information in the syllabus is typical for all of the syllabi here at Johnson County, with drop deadlines, code of conduct, academic honesty, ADA compliance, etc. So look over that, make sure you're clear as far as all of the expectations and things. In here, we also have the required minimum computer specs to do things effectively. These are suggestions. You may do something a little bit differently. Now, the last pages of the syllabus has the actual schedule and the things we'll be doing. And you can see here that it shows for the week, here's the key topic, and then here are the things that need to be done. And you can see in week 1, we do have the quiz that's due by Thursday, the problems that need to be submitted by Sunday, and then the discussion board. Now, the discussion board DB0 is ungraded, and that's basically an introduction to everyone. Week 2, we get into money management skills, and you can see there's a quiz due by Thursday, problems by Sunday, and the discussion board where you make your initial post by Thursday, and 3 significant responses to others by Sunday. You can see we'll get into taxes, and because there's a test that week, now the test will be on Friday, and you can do the tests anytime between early in the morning and midnight on Friday. It must be done only on Friday. Once you start, you have 50 minutes, 50 minutes, to get it completed. All of the tests are going to be multiple choice. Because we have a test that week, we don't have a discussion board for the week. So the test is on Friday, and then you have your reflection due by Sunday. My suggestion to you is you can get the reflection done early. And again, the reflection will have a 2 to 3 page document where you say, here are the key things I learned and how I'll use them. And then also the sheets for those chapters that we covered. So for example, there will be sheets that go along with chapters 1, 2, and 3. Then we get into savings, credit, buying cars and big stuff. Again, there's no discussion board because we have a test on that Friday. We'll look at housing, insurance, financial planning, investments, and then retirement. If you look at what we're doing in this class, we're basically looking at life. We are looking at life and thinking about what it is that we're doing with our money. In other words, how are we getting it and how are we managing it? What about our taxes? How do we save it? How do we spend it? How do we ensure and protect our stuff and ourselves? And then what do we do as far as the future with investments and retirement? So the class is really all about life, and you can see that as the flow as far as what it is we're doing in the class. Now, that's the syllabus. A key area is the modules here. In the modules, you'll see that everything that you need for the week is within that module. So you'll see that there are instructions for the week, and it tells you what it is that you need to do for that week. You have discussion board in this case. Then you have what it is you need to do as far as readings, quizzes, and things like this. Everything you need is within the weekly module. Now, anything that is indented are things that need to be watched and read and things like this. Anything that's starting over here, all the way over to the left, is something that needs to be submitted to Blackboard. So, for example, you have your discussion board, you have your quiz, you have the chapter exercises. There's also some other videos and things that I'll be doing. So you can see that the sheets for the chapter are also within that module. Everything is within the module. The PowerPoints, the readings, the sheets for the chapter, that sort of thing. And you can see that for the exercises, it's saying complete and submit these exercises that are on those pages in the book. So what you do is you complete those and submit the assignment. There's also a video here that talks about how to use various tables and things that will help you with some of the questions and things that are in the exercises for this chapter and future chapters. Week 2, again, you have instructions, you have your readings, your lecture video, the PowerPoints that go along with that lecture video, your quiz, and you can see that it's due on Thursday the 30th, the exercises, the discussion board, okay, and then the sheets that go along with it. And again, for week 3, instructions, the chapter, the lecture video, the PowerPoints that go along with it. There's another video in there that talks about the differences between old and new taxes based on the changes in the tax laws. Your quiz, your exercises, the sheets that go along with it. And then there's also a study guide. The study guide goes along with the exam. In other words, every week, whenever we have an exam, one of the tests over several chapters, there will be a study guide to help you with that. So what you do is as you're studying for the test, you go through that study guide. It tells you, here are the key things that you need to know. Week 3, you have your instructions, your readings, the chapter lecture, the PowerPoints to go along with that, the quiz, the discussion board, the exercises, etc. So that's the basic process as far as the class is concerned. Go through the schedule to see what it is that's going to be happening, what's expected when. You can see that every week is following basically the same plan. You read the chapter, you watch the video, you can follow along with the PowerPoints. You get involved with the discussion. You do the quiz. By Sunday, you complete the assigned exercises, and then also make sure you finish up with the discussion. On Fridays, there will be a test where you have 60 to 70 questions, all multiple choice. You have 50 minutes to get it finished. Once you start, you have to finish within the 50 minutes, and it can only be done on that Friday. I do not do makeups as far as exams are concerned. If you do have questions, give me a shout on that. So that's the syllabus and the modules that go along with it. You have the discussions. You'll see that there's a series of discussions that need to be done throughout the week. You have your grades. You can see where you stand at any one point in time by the score that you have and what the final grade is so far for the semester. It will always be updated. I do everything I can to turn everything around within 24 hours. When you submit your exercises, I do everything I can to get everything graded and back to you within 24 hours. So you can always see what's going to be there. There may be times when I don't get everything graded until the next day or so. I do the best I can. So cut me some slack every once in a while. People, those are the people who are here in the class. Quizzes, you can also get to the quizzes from here, either through the module section within the week or from here. McGraw-Hill Connect, that's the access to the textbook. So those are some of the key points that go along with the chapter, with the various chapters and with the course. Whatever questions you have, please give me a shout. You can send me an email or give me a call.